And I wanted to make it more relevant to the other hobby they had, which is tennis. And I know pickleball is another big sport that we play, but I don't know the pickleball stats. But I wanted to look in, and I'm going to come back maybe later on with that. But I wanted to kind of relate to tennis. And I'm not a tennis buff. I play tennis every once in a while, and I like tennis. But I happen to know one particular player. Anybody recognizes this gentleman? Roger Federer. He's arguably the all-time best male player. Arguably, because somebody might say, oh, no, he was somebody else. Let's just say one of the greatest, top 3 ever to play the sport. And I wanted to know, how do you get to become the world's greatest tennis champion? And again, I'm a numbers guy, and I wanted to see his lifetime statistics. And for the folks who don't play tennis, the way it starts, the process of scoring tennis is by points. So if you look at his lifetime statistics, again, not an average player. This is the all-time greatest player. What percentage of the points do you think Roger won in his career? He's retired now. He's, again, not an average player, the all-time best. So let's just kind of set the stage properly. What is it? 56? 60? Do I hear 70? Well, it turns out, when you look up his statistics, the all-time greatest male player won 54% of the points that he played. Another way of saying it is that the all-time greatest player lost roughly half the points that he played. To become the all-time greatest, you don't need to win 80-90% of the points. You need to win a little bit above half, but you know what he did? He stayed in there, he played all the points, and he won the big ones. And I thought it was so interesting to see that that's what it takes to become a champion. Now, if you give Roger some time, and instead of asking what percentage of the points did he win, you ask what percentage of the sets did he win, well, it turns out that he won roughly about 75% of the sets that he played, which means that if you give him a little bit of time, you're much more likely to see him winning a set than a point. And if you are patient enough to wait for the whole game, he won about 81% of the matches that he played. And to me, I thought it's so interesting and how relevant it is to investors. The way you become the greatest male tennis player, the way you become a successful investor is by being in there. And it's remarkable how close the statistics align. On a daily basis, it's roughly the same points. And to me, all you have to do is acknowledge the odds and be invested, play the points. The way that you become a great champion in tennis or a successful investor is not by winning 90%, not by making money in the market, but also managing your expectations. If the market drops any given day, don't panic any more than if Roger lost a point. Well, I'm out of here. I'm packing my bags. He lost a point. It happens. It happens. That's just par for the course. That's the way that things work. And I feel like too many investors are driven by their emotions. They have that emotion that things are not going well. And the reality is that there are always going to be things that are going to derail or going to make you nervous and worried about something.